Well, good evening, and thank you for tuning in to another week with Fathers Who Care. It is always a pleasure to come back to you and to share some good brothers that's in the community making a difference. And we just felt that there was a certain air about the elements in the community. So we felt that we want to come on the show tonight. We have a few questions that we'll share. We got some activities and programs going on. That's a given. But we really felt that it was time for us to take a walk down Healing Corner and see what's going on. So we got some of our good brothers who are always in the community blessing folks and sharing their musical gifts that the Almighty has blessed them with. To my immediate right is none other than Hulk, and we're going to talk to Hulk shortly. And then on the other side of Hulk is Melvin, and these are musicians from God, and they are musicians who love to inspire. They love to share. And anytime you see them, they're always laboring with the music. You know, back in the day from which we come, the way that we would communicate with our ancestors used to communicate through dance, through song, through drum.
Through the drum.
All right?
Absolutely.
And so tonight we wanted to kind of theme this show Thankful Thursday and Healing Thursday, because we really know that there's so many people out here in the community right now who are just getting by. I mean, they don't really care how to get by. They're just getting by. You know, they have no principles, no morals. They just want to get by. And so there's nothing off limits with some folks today. And so we wanted to make this show a calm show, a peaceful show, a healing show. And we want those who are watching to tune in, because now you're going to see real men united for real social change. And we are those men who are united for social change. So we wanted to spring a little music in the air. And the music we want to spring, we just want to kind of set the tone. Normally when you would engage in African rituals, or when you have meetings with true Africans, you can't have a meeting unless you get permission from the elders first to speak. And so the elder I speak. So the elder has given me permission to speak. And so the way we do it, we pour libation. And then after pouring libation, then we come back and we say, would you all bless us with some music, please?
Absolutely.
So we're going to start off with some mellow sounds from my main man, Hulk and Melvin. Melvin on the congos, the percussionist over there, Hulk on the sax. And we just going to set the tone and let God get the glory out of all that we're doing. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Melvin.
Yes, Jesus loves you.
You know, I said again.
Yes, Jesus loves you. Jesus loves the whole world.
About we being in the studio, you know, you got this acoustic sound around, so you know you don't really have to to sound, play loud because it's going to be loud because we're in this kind of insulated studio. Yeah, it's compact. But you know it. You felt it. I know you did because I felt it. So the show tonight is going to be men empowering men and our communities. So we're going to be talking with some of the good brothers about things that's going on in the community, and they get a chance to introduce themselves in a few minutes. But we want to tell you, those who are watching this evening, that Fathers Who Care is an organization that really believe in men, empowering men. We believe that any man that's physically capable can be a baby's daddy. But it takes a real man to be a father. And so what we're promoting is fatherhood. We've been in this game of promoting fatherhood, men empowering men for a long, long time. And so now what we're doing now is we're trying to lay the foundation for other young men to come on board and take their rightful position as leaders in their communities. Block club presidents, those on the block who folks look to keep peace on the block. Those on the block that would go down to the streets and talk to some of these young brothers who really just trying to get by. All they need is a little love.
Right.
All they need is a little attention. All they need is some direction. And all they need is an opportunity. So these are some of the brothers that are with me tonight, and we're very proud to be here today. Thank you, Amari. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank all of you who made it possible for Fathers Who Care to continuously be on CAN TV. We take it real serious when any chance we get to come out and share with you all. But let me just give you some information about some of the brothers that's with us. Both of these brothers that's with me are men of faith, person, and on a mission to engage and enlighten the least of us. I really believe that hearts are in the right place. They're always out here in the community wherever there's something going on, particularly on the west side. You can find these brothers. So with that being said, I'm going to do one intro, and I'm going to start at my far right and say, hey, Melvin, how you doing? And tell us, Melvin, who is Melvin, and what is Melvin's purpose for existing? So talk to us, Melvin.
Melvin is an elder, a real guy as far as music go in the hood, mentoring to my young brothers out here, just living a good life and being around people, positive people. Keeping everything tight far as music go. That's what I'm about.
Okay.
I've been doing this all my life. I always have been out in the public eye. Making my music. So that is actually what I'm about.
Well, we thank you for that because it's a gift.
Yes, it is. It's God's gift.
Absolutely.
Yes, it is.
And I was going to go there because, the God that we serve do give us gifts.
Yes.
And he give us these gifts to be a blessing to those who are less fortunate. We don't supposed to kind of be selfish with our gifts.
Oh, no.
We're supposed to share our gifts because the more we share it, the more we get.
I've been doing it all my life.
All your life. And I understand that. So, and then to my immediate right here is Hawk. Hawk, tell us, who are you, my friend? We know you always got your little friend with you.
Yeah, this is Phyllis, by the way. And
Phyllis.
she's not hard-headed. She's not hard-headed at all. She
So
treats
that's
me right.
Phyllis?
This is Phyllis.
Okay. So tell us, Hawk. Tell us about you. And what is your purpose, Hawk?
Well, my purpose, man, as a retired school teacher, retired truck driver, and retired educator, is to still educate and make real what I see and feel and share it with my people. When I was driving truck, it kept me away from the community, and I didn't really know the state of the community. I didn't know how broken we were.
Right.
And I didn't have a hand on it. But that's when I started volunteering after I retired. I got with you, and you mentored me, and we hit the streets. And we
still
hitting the streets ever since. We ain't stopped.
And we ain't stopped.
And I learned, and I learned the shape of our people, and our people are broken, and our people need some healing. And music has always been a healing for us. We had little radios back in the 60s. Remember, you couldn't be caught dead without your little transistor.
Yeah.
And because that was a healing for us.
Right.
We come from the south to adapt up here to the north, our ancestors. And, hey, sometimes they make the same mistakes our ancestors made. We've constantly been tricked. And we know we're the people that no one wants to love and no one wants to be, but hey, that's who we are. And all we've done is taught the world to love, and that's all we're going to continue to do, because God is love. And if you know God, then you can change your circumstance.
Well,
and that's what I just want to tell people, that music will heal you, but to sustain you, you're going to need Jesus, people.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Aquarius, for tuning in. This is Fathers Who Care, and this evening we putting a little twist to the show. This evening we're using music and we're using the real men, the elders in the community to come together to talk about how we can heal our community and particularly our young folks. But more importantly, we believe in the scriptures when the scriptures say that if my people that are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven, forgive their sins, and heal their land. So we're praying for healing in our land. We need healing in our land. We know that it takes all of us to make a difference. It's important that we try to get back to that African mindset that we care about each other.
Absolutely.
That if one of us in the community were hurt, all of us was hurt, and we would come together to empower each other. If we had to do fish fries or cookouts or whatever we had to do. Well, back in the day, we used to have rent parties,
Right.
so that no one would ever get put out. And
Yes,
so
sir.
we were still subscribing to that theology or that mindset, and we really want to use this show to kind of empower and engage those who are watching. So we're going to start back and talk about some concerns that's going on. By the way, there's a few events we would love for you to come out and join us on this. It looks like this forum is having a moment. On this Saturday, we'll be at Columbus Park. We're going to start off at 8 o'clock, and then we'll march off at 10 o'clock with Congressman Davis at the annual 45th annual parade and back to school event. We'll be coming together on Bloomingdale and Central, going south, and then we'll be going over the west side, coming of the Austin community, and then meeting up in Columbus Park. At which time we'll have a big festival, get together, all kind of things will be going on, and then at the same time, we'll be over at a Marshall High School on it's like Jackson and Kedzie. And so we'll be out there, and it's going to be an event that we're going to be doing with our city treasurer and our aldermen. You all know Melissa Kanye's Irvin and Alderman Jason Irvin. So we'll be fellowshipping and emceeing that event on Saturday. So we're going to hopefully have some nice brothers like yourself to come out and bless the people. We know others going to be blessed. We're going to be blessing the other elders, i.e. in the community. And then we're going to be blessing young people. You know, there's always a huge event at Marshall.
Yes.
And folks, normally when they come out and they don't leave unless they're feeling good.
Right.
And so I really hope that you all can come out and join us. But Hawk, let's go and talk about what's going on in our community and what we as men can do to change some of these ills that are negatively impacting our young people in our community. You know, our young people are just young people. Most of them do things because they see somebody else do it.
Copycats.
That's all. They're following the lead. It's peer pressure. They really just being empowered or negatively being empowered by what they see. And then they get caught up in some of these illegal substances. I'm really kind of torn by what's going on in the community as we look up and ride down Madison and Pulaski where they call it the Pulaski Corridor.
Yeah.
So they're pointing in all kind of millions of dollars on that corner.
But we can't see it.
But yet we have all of these young brothers out there on the corner when folks are going in to try to shop and buy whatever they buy, shoes or clothing or whatever. They're in the middle of the street selling marijuana. And I'm not, saying that folks shouldn't live, but they shouldn't live like that.
Right.
All right, get a job, a real job.
Right.
I mean, pay some taxes so you got something in the long run, right? But then here we go. We got the state of Illinois. God bless the state of Illinois. Unfortunately for some, and I guess others feel comfortable, have legalized marijuana.
Yeah.
And so that was a conversation that we were having before. And a lot of states are doing it.
Yeah.
And
It's a copycat situation.
a lot of states are doing it. And
monetarily.
and they're making real good money.
Yeah.
But then for these young folks who are out there smoking it or out there selling it, to them it's a gateway to destruction. The marijuana can start off as marijuana, then they're lacing it with other stuff. Cause back in the day, we did it too.
Yeah.
When they used to call it weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
And
back
they turned to all different type of flavors, blonde and all that.
Yeah,
other
but
stuff.
now this thing now is it has gotten to the point where folks are having seizures.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
it's
folks are
deadly now.
Yeah, you know, you see a lot
tainted.
of they sprinkling
spraying
it
it
with
with
all
fentanyl
kind
now.
of stuff.
Yeah.
So folks are literally dying. So we're trying to educate some of the young folks out in the community to not get caught up because you still, depending on what kind of work you want to do, you're going to end up one of these days having to take a drop. And if your drop is dirty, even though it may be legal in the state of Illinois, it ain't legal. And most folks who are trying to hire folks ain't gonna hire folks if you come into that to that job smelling like it and under the influence. So I'm trying to tell you, don't believe the hype. You know, stay as clean as you can and try to do your best you can to get you a decent job to keep your system clean and keep that temple straight. Now, all of us, you know, we eat some things we eat may not be good for us, but as long as we're living and as long as we're learning, then we have a chance.
We have a
Yeah,
chance.
we do.
All right?
And God gives us new graces every day.
Absolutely.
So if we get it wrong today,
Sure.
thank
Got a
God for
chance
tomorrow.
For tomorrow.
To repair.
So the question is going to you, brothers. So how can we as elders bridge the gap between these young folks and elders? You know, because young folks think just because we have gotten older, that we don't know what we're talking about, that we're picking on them, that we're preaching to them, you know, that we just don't have a clue. Been there, done that, young fella. So what's your thoughts?
My thoughts are, I think it's a great idea to bring youth and elders together because there is a gap, an educational gap there.
Absolutely.
And there's a knowledge gap for the youth, and there's an educational gap for some of the seniors. Some of the seniors have minimal techno experience when it comes to computers and technology.
Bro,
and
and that's no
average
joke.
the average young kid out here knows about technology. So I think to develop new programs, whereas though the kid can get a stipend to spend a couple of hours a day with a senior, and to trade off knowledge and wisdom. You know, the youth can teach and coach the elder through some internet issues and computer issues.
There we go.
And the elder can then talk to the youth and say, what's your future? What's your 5-year plan? Do
Right.
you have a 5-year plan? Do you know you don't have to die young? Do you know you have a mind of your own and you can make decisions for yourself? You don't have to be told what to do. It's okay to be different. It's okay to be you. There's only one you, and it's okay to be you.
You know, I'm glad you said that too, because what we've been dealing with lately with some of our young people over this summer, you know, these young folks, 16, 17 years, 18, man, they talk and cuss like sailors. They have no respect for the elders. I mean, only thing that they seem to respect is their phone. And they love their phone more than they love themselves. And so we took all of their phones. Every time they
what you have
came
to
into
do.
the office, we had a container right there saying, put the phones in there. Put the phones in there. They were giving us all kind of slack
Mean
about
mugging.
it. But that's okay.
Yeah.
Put the phone in there. So you tell me which one is more important. Are you getting paid for the day or you want to play on your phone? You can choose. Right?
Absolutely.
So we took the phone. But then the point that I'm making is, you know, some of them right now have gotten this mentality where they're just so disrespectful, Paul. They're disrespectful to themselves. Just bear with us. That's Jesus on the line. So we don't call. He calling us, and we're gonna tell him what we want. But we're trying to figure out where is that at. It's over there in some of that.
That's over there.
Yeah, let's find out what it is and get it off. But that's okay. Look, we don't mute our phones,
Make
guys,
some mind doing
because
it.
it's okay. But anyway, we know that anytime you're trying to do what's right, you're gonna always get some distractions. But
Yes,
those
yes.
distractions are only for the moment. But I want to talk to you over there, Henry.
Melvin.
Melvin, forgive me. Melvin, want to share with you. What do you think we as elders can do to continue to empower these young folks while also encouraging them to be more actively involved with empowering their community?
Well, I mentor to them all the time. I talk to all these young brothers out here, just let them know how I did it when I was coming up. And I got a lot of feedback. You know, they become, well, what's you? That's what they come because they respect us elders like that. But what do you think? I would tell them what I was thinking, what they should do.
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, all the young brothers out here on the street, on my block especially, they listen. And they doing good. Most of them working. A few of them I talk to, they working. They ask me questions. I say, brothers, just pray first. You have to pray and keep going and doing what you're supposed to do, because this is not going to work.
Well,
This is short time.
Absolutely, it's short term.
You know, so my main thing is mentoring to them.
Absolutely.
I mean, I do it by faith and by the grace of God, because that's what's instilled in me.
Right.
So I share that with these young brothers, all of them.
Right. So we want to just let you all, those who are watching this evening, know that we have a few opportunities available. We have a plethora of job opportunities going on right now. The windows have opened up and have blessed some of these smaller organizations like Fathers Who Care to be a blessing to others. So we have some positions available, program directors, evaluators, project managers, compliance manager, data entry specialists, youth coaches, outreach workers, street interventionists, clerical workers. So we're saying to you, there's no reason why you don't have gainful employment. So give us a call at 773-287-5821, 773-287-5821, and that's Fathers Who Care. And if you're looking for work and you're self-motivated and you can articulate and you have some knowledge of computers, some knowledge.
Right.
I mean, you don't have to be a computer whiz, but at least know how to cut it on. Cut the computer on, get to Word, Excel, one of those apps, one of those programs, and be able to just, if you have to pick, it don't matter.
Right.
We can help train you, and we can help get you to where you need to go.
Yes,
We do have some relationships with Malcolm X College, the Learning Center around the corner from us. So if you need some assistance in that, we can get you inside there to kind of get you back into that educational framework. And then we also have a community healthcare position available, and the salaries are some nice salaries. So come on down and check on us and let us be a blessing to you. And then for those young people that you say are hard to reach, we're saying bring them to us. We're talking about young people from the ages of 13 to 24. That's two different components we're working with. We're working with the component from 13 to 15, from 16 to 18, from 18 to 20, and from 21 to 24. And these are in school and out of school young people. So for the ones who are in school, we're able to provide you with some stipends for like 12 hours a week, $125, and we will be sending you out to different locations to get some skills, some job readiness skills, to get your resume back, to start developing your resume from different places you have worked. It can be a Walmart, it can be a Walgreens, it can be a Target, it can be an Old Navy. It can be places where you're familiar with folks are. It can be Uncle Remus, for that matter.
Anywhere.
Everybody,
Shine King.
Shine King. Everybody loves Uncle Remus.
Absolutely.
And everybody, most of us in the neighborhood, either been through or worked at Shine King.
Absolutely.
All right.
It's the only place you can get your handkerchief nowadays.
Absolutely. But anyway, so give us a call at 773-287-5821 if you have some young people between the internship program is for young people between the ages of 16 to 24. But we have a youth council and youth engagement for young people from the ages of 13 to 15. And we'll be getting them kind of acclimated to doing college tours and youth council meetings, Zoom meetings, television show productions, and all of that good stuff. So please, let's continue to work with our young people to bring out the best in our young people. And again, the number is 773-287-5821. So I'm going to come back to you, Hawk. Now, there seemed to be this myth that the West Side has so much violence going on in it. And I would readily say that there is violence all over. I'm not afraid of the West Side, particularly
world.
Austin, Garfield Park, or North Lawndale. Those are my grounds. And I believe that, you got violence everywhere. But I do believe that if you're walking in the Spirit walks with you.
Yes, Lord.
And I believe that God sent angels around you to protect those who love Him and are called by His name. But I do know that there are things in a state of mind about young people on the West Side. Some of them are really going through some traumatic experiences. I think a lot of them are desensitized. So what we've done, Hawk, is we've kind of collaborated with some elected officials, particularly like Representative LaShawn Ford, Alderman Jason Irvin, Senator Kimberly Lightford, Camille Lilly, Brandon Johnson, Commissioner Dennis Deere, and we really starting to put a lot of energy and emphasis on addressing mental health, mental and behavior health with our young people.
Absolutely.
So we have been working. You know, we back in the day, we was running these peace circles, healing circles,
And they were working.
and they were working,
They
and
were working.
we were talking about these same issues
Same
that folks are
issues.
doing now. And so some of the folks were blessed to come out of our West Side Community Stakeholders Group and get these dollars to provide healing circles, peace circles, and even wellness centers. So we're thankful that those things are available, but they ain't no good if the people ain't using them.
Absolutely.
So we want to encourage those folks out in the community that if you're interested and you need some assistance, even if it might be as simple as learning how to participate in yoga
Right. Or self-care.
or self-care or
Which
meditation.
is self-care and medication is
Yeah.
number one.
That's all we're trying
first.
to get you to do.
That's the first step towards any mental inner healing.
Yeah.
You must do some work yourself.
Right.
And that way you know whether you really do need to go see a professional or not. But if you
Well-
love on yourself and get yourself together from the inside out, you can better assess your mental health needs.
And that's
as
what
they
we're
say.
talking about. We're trying to say that it's okay to say that you're not okay.
Absolutely.
You know, if you're going through some changes and you need some support, I mean, we can come and talk with you. We got some clinicians, some social workers to talk with you. But if you need to talk to someone on a regular basis, ongoing basis,
Right.
it's okay too, because it's confidential. And we want you to know everybody needs somebody sometime. So let's talk, Hawk. What do you think the state of the West Side with our young people is today?
Well, I know for a fact by being out there every day, because you can't do this kind of outreach and this kind of organizing work with fear. You have to be under the umbrella of the Most High because it's dangerous work and it's hard work and it's slow. Sometimes the work is hard, so hard and slow. The results you don't see right away.
Right.
But you know the purpose of it all is to know if I can just help my people move one half a step,
Right.
you know, towards betterment of themselves. If I can teach them through conversations about self-care, which brought me out. We all go through the same changes. And if I was taught about self-care and it was like a light bulb going off in my head. It's something you never think about because you're so busy thinking about others and you think you always got it together. But until you look in that mirror and be conscious of self-care, now what have you been doing to care for yourself? You can't love anyone else if you don't love yourself. So you must love yourself first and care for yourself first.
Now, that don't mean that you're not going to have some difficulties in life. We're not implying that. Everybody that lives go through something, but what don't break you will make you. And we really believe that those of us who can ought to be that help, that support to others who are going through. And I mean, if we really got to that real premise, that real mentality of love,
Yeah, absolutely.
that action verb of love, if we really, really start loving on each other, I really believe that we can make a serious difference in the lives of our young people and our community because our young people are talking.
Right.
They are talking. Some of us just don't know the language.
But the word love comes up so rarely when you're talking basic conversation. It's something that really I think.
Well, I
has to
love
be-
you.
We love you, and God is love. And
Yeah.
that's something that has to be stated
So I love you.
because they don't really hear that on a day to day. That God is love, and the reason why you should love is because God is love. It's a connection between us and God, and that's love.
So you're talking right now, you're watching Fathers Who Care, and we have Melvin on the far and Hawk in the middle, and of course I'm one of your servant leaders in the community. And you know, listen, if we can be of any assistance to any of you, give us a call at 773-287-5821, 773-287-5821. In closing, we have various different activities going on. We would like for you to get your young people together and send them to our agency, Fathers Who Care, if they're between the ages of 13 to 24. If you need some additional assistance, call us again at 773-287-5821 or log on to fatherswhocare.org on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, just Fathers Who Care. And then give us, just get in touch with us and we do our best to bless these young people and keep these young people active. Things are changing. People are changing. Young folks are doing some things that you would never thought they would do because because they ain't got nothing else to do. So God bless you. God keep you. We look forward to seeing you next week. But in the meantime, come on out with us at Columbus Park or at Marshall High School this weekend. We're going to be having, of course, a parade, back to school events, music festival, plenty food, plenty love, plenty folks coming together to continue to love on each other. So God bless you. God keep you. Good night and keep the faith. Close us out with some sounds. Would you please, Hawk?
Okay.
Good night.
A little something.
We're gonna do something.
As we close out.